So today is the day of my motorcycle theory test. Hopefully I will be ready. I've done loads of mock tests on the app 4M1, I think it's called. It's called Theory 4M1. So yeah, in about 45 minutes I need to be at the test centre, so I'm heading there now. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, this is me on my way to the test centre in Ipswich, which from where I live is around about, I don't know how long that would take, probably 15 to 20 minutes because I live in a rural location. Yeah, I have to say that I was sort of looking forward to the test because I put so much work into revising for it that probably for the first time in my life, I've actually felt like there was a really realistic chance of me passing, which I can't say has happened throughout the whole of my life. It's one of the only times I've actually revised for an exam, for one reason or another. So it was really good to be able to take it. And yeah, as I was sort of driving up on this day, obviously it's a bit overcast. I didn't actually take any waterproofs with me because I don't, other than my motorcycle jacket, I didn't own any trousers, which later on you'll see turned out to be a bit of a mistake. But no, this has been a journey, sort of an unexpected journey, because the CBT, really that came about on around about a couple of months ago, when I considered, when we considered just going down to one car. I used to have a classic car. I've had a few classic cars, and to be honest, we just realised that it wasn't very realistic having 3 insurances and 3 lots of MOTs and 3 taxes, and yeah, it just gets a bit too expensive. So after having classic cars for a few years, I decided that actually maybe now is the time to get back onto 2 wheels. And the dream is to own something like a Triumph Bourneville. You'll see in a little while on the right hand side there's actually a Triumph garage, a Triumph showroom, motorcycle showroom, where there's some really nice bikes from the look of it. I've never actually been brave enough to go in because I'm just on a 125, and yeah, so the plan is to the plan is to do this CBT, which I did, and then I was thinking about riding for a year just to get my confidence back. But the more I think about doing that, the more I realise that actually the chances are, if I just ride for a year and then decide to take my direct access, which I can do because I'm over 25, I think it is. The problem with doing that is I will have more confidence on a bike, but I'll also have a whole load of bad habits that I've picked up. And after just doing the CBT, I feel like I'm more aware of what I should be doing with regard to looking in my mirrors and doing lifesavers and stuff like that. Although on this video, yeah, I'm not doing too much of that. So yeah, that's really the thinking behind doing the full bike test sooner rather than later. So yeah, the test itself, I'm not really sure what to expect because it's been a long time since I last did any kind of test, years and years and years. I mean, I've done obviously the CBT, probably I did about 7 or 8 years ago. And that had changed a little bit, hadn't changed a lot, but there's definitely more road riding required in that, and they spend a lot more time going over various different things with regard to being safe on the road. So there's more classroom stuff than ever there was before. But this, yeah, other than that, I haven't really done anything. other than that, I haven't really done anything. The last time I did a car test, so my driving test was at the age of 21, and that's 26 years ago. And I did have to do a theory test for that, but I don't remember it. And I think it was in the very early days of inception for car theory tests. So I would imagine a lot has changed since then. And but yeah, it would just be interesting to see what it's like what the whole experience is like. Because also the other thing is when you're 20, 21, or even 17, like taking your driving test, you are much more nervous about these things. You haven't had experience, and obviously because I've been driving for over 25 years now, my confidence on the road is so much more than it was when I was just 16 trying to do a CBT for the first time. So yeah, I think that plus the app plus the revision, the experience of being on the road definitely adds to a confidence. And if you're in a position where you are a car driver and you're also thinking, right, I want to get onto a motorbike and do the CBT and do the theory test, then actually I'd encourage you to press ahead, because yeah, just having that experience of being in a car makes a big difference when it comes to doing the test. So fast forwarded through part of the journey, because I figured you probably wouldn't want to be riding along with me for that long. So interestingly, this is one of the streets in Ipswich that has terrible road surface, as you can see. Has nothing but dentists really, but on the left there used to be a Blockbuster Video, one of the last Blockbuster Videos, just there on the left. And I remember going in there when I lived in Ipswich. But now things have changed a lot. Like Ipswich has a very different feel to it, very multicultural feel, and so much has changed in such a short time in our town. But change is inevitable. So that building on the right there, just on the other side of the roundabout, is actually is where I'm going. That's the test centre. Well, part of it is not the right hand side, but that part on the left with the dark windows, just there on the right. That's where I'm headed. So I'm gonna park on the left. So there's a car park on the left, which hopefully I'll be able to leave my bike at, and it'll be safe. I was gonna park around the back of this building, but then I've presumed I wouldn't be able to, so I'm not just riding around the roundabout just for the sake of it. So yeah, I head off here and go into the car park. I always find it interesting, actually, that it's not always easy to find the spaces for motorbikes, and also it's not always obvious whether or not you have to pay for parking as a motorbike. Because in the days when it was pay and display, obviously it didn't make any sense to pay and get a ticket that you had no way of securing. But now that car parks have number plate recognition, it's not very obvious. And actually, you'll see in a minute, I park up and there's like an M/C motorcycle bay. But when I went over to look to see what it said about parking motorbikes, it didn't say anything. So I did actually end up paying for my parking. But here we are, we've arrived. So I'm going to switch the engine off, leave the video here, and head inside. And I'll see you, hopefully, the other side of the test when I'm really happy because I've passed. I just finished taking my test just over there, and I passed. Good job. Onwards and upwards to a bike. And yes, I know if you wear glasses, this is not the thing to do with your glasses, but they were soaked and I was desperate. So I decided to nip to get some waterproof trousers because my jeans were soaked. And this is All Well Motorcycles in Ipswich, and they're really, really good. Brilliant guys in there, really knowledgeable. Great company that's been around for a long time. Highly recommend it if you're in the Ipswich area. They're really worth a trip. The shop is massive and full of everything you could ever want.
I'm just back from taking my motorcycle theory test, and I passed. Of course I passed. And I don't say that arrogantly, although it probably sounds arrogantly. What I mean is I passed because I put loads of hard work in, downloaded the app, revised, and yeah, really good in the end. Unusual experience. Didn't expect them to make me lift up my clothing, show my collarbone, take my watch off, which is an analog watch. It's not even a digital watch. Couldn't take anything in, which is not surprising. But no, I did all right. I got 48 out of 50 on the multiple choice questions, and the pass mark for the what's it called? For the hazard perception test is 44, and I got 65. So yeah, dropped a couple of marks there, but genuinely really happy and pleased to have got it done, and now really looking forward to booking my practical and hopefully getting that done. I don't know when I'm going to do that. Maybe in the spring when the weather's a little bit warmer. But until then, I'm going to keep on this little bad boy. My beautiful Honda Forza 125. Look at that. I mean, how could you not love this bike? It's awesome, right? It's amazing. So going to be on this bike at least for a little while longer. But hopefully these are going to be ripped off in the not too distant future. So watch this space. What I can say is if you're thinking about doing the theory test, just download the 4-in-1 app. It's a £5, I think, and it just gives you the ability to sort of go into it with confidence, because it literally tests you on so many they're not the same hazard perception tests, but they're very similar, and so you sort of it is helpful because you're then looking out for the things that you looked out for in your mock tests on the app. But certainly the multiple choice and the science was a breeze after using the app. You just have to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and yeah, I passed. Woohoo!